Hello everyone, I am Neo, the person who's going to be teaching you how to animate in Rec Room. It just takes time. We're going to start off with that. So if you don't got any patience, it's going to take a lot of getting used to. Let's get into the video. Alright, so first thing you want to do is spawn down an animation controller or an animation gizmo. I strongly suggest the animation controller because it relates to CV2 circuits. And whatever or whoever you want to animate. We're just going to be using a mannequin for now. And first thing you want to do, you want to make sure that you have its pivot points aligned to its joints. Because this right here, the little square thingy, that's the pivot point. Kind of like its point of origin. So let's say the pivot point was down here, and we wanted him to raise his arm. It's going to look weird. It's going to look weird. Something like this. So that's why we have its pivot point aligned to its joint. So it's going to move a lot like this. You want to make sure that it's placed properly at each and every point. So for the thighs, you're going to have it up near the waist. For the calf, have it up near the knee. For the feet, have it up near the ankle. Kind of vice versa with this. Yeah. Then we can go on to connect each and every limb to the animation controller. You want to press edit, then click on the animation controller, and what I usually do, I'll just press add right off the bat, and let's get into wave, huh? Now, a lot of people, they'll just get right to the point and do like 2 or 3 frames. For a smooth transition, you want it to look a little natural, and the more frames you have, the more smoother and natural it can be. So let's just move a few on, then click add, and then we just kind of repeat that motion. When it comes to animation or art or anything, it just takes a lot of time. You never want to rush it. This may not look the smoothest considering that I'm doing it for a video's sake, so I'm not going to be wasting a whole lot of time. We'll just focus on the arm from here on out. What we can do here, we can add another, select these. Where is it? Go back to here, copy. We'll start here. Paste, go to here, copy, paste, add another. Copy and paste. So let's see. How does it look? It's good, but we can still make it better. We can configure this, disable looping, and adjust the speed a little. Let's just knock it up to 2. Go back into edit, and it's much faster, and it'll stop at the end. What we can toggle is smooth. Now, I wouldn't suggest this for all animations, especially since the pivot points aren't always perfect. Sometimes it'll wobble a lot and it'll look funky. Yeah. So it's probably best that we don't go with that. Not to mention that my frames are pretty large now that I think about it. There's a large difference between the two. And normally, I would animate the whole body whenever you were to wave, because your body does naturally move. It's you don't look like a robot whenever you're waving. You don't even then you can still see my shoulders moving slightly. This just looks unnatural. But I have done other animations such as this, and you can combine the two. One animation doesn't have to have everything. This one controls the head, I believe. Let me see. Yes. I just have it moving back and forth. And then the bottom one is the torso, or the rest of the body. Now, instead of having each and every one smoothened, only whenever they're at the bottom do they bounce back up over onto the other side. And that's a neat thing with copy and pasting. If you have the end and the beginning both the same and have looping on, it'll look as if like it's just going infinite. Like they're not just going from one frame to the other where you can actually tell it's just repeating. That's how you animate. Sorry that this wasn't the greatest tutorial. It's one of my first, but I still hope that this helps in the future.